Okay. Welcome, you guys, to Real Talk TV Media. Y'all know who it is. So I'ma see. I'm a beat. Let me not. I'm a kid. Demonetized because of YouTube. If I sing any more of that, right? Welcome. Please put some comments in the chat as we get started. Um, as the title suggests, I went on a dating app and boy, oh boy, wait till y'all hear what I learned. I don't know if for visual appeal, what image can I put up? Let's see. I want to see if there is something that supports what what I discovered. Let's see. What I'm gonna do is this is how I'm gonna set it up because I don't want to just give it all in a short amount of time. I want to build up to this because I feel like everyone needs to hear this, male or female. Let's see. They got a bunch of male dating sites. They got a bunch of dating sites on here. Over 40 dating for women. I'm scrolling through, seeing if I can find anything. Right now, it's just showing me dating sites, dating apps. Please, while you're waiting, make sure to hit the like, subscribe to the channel, please, and hit the notification so that you can make it to another live or be notified when I post videos. Okay, maybe I might have to type in what dating apps are completely free, are there, have free, does match on, have blah blah blah, are popular now, should I use? What dating apps really show? Tell people, let me see, tell you. Really tell. You know what? I think I'm gonna make an article on my website. I'm gonna write an art, I'm gonna do an article on it. I don't see anything. And if I do, I feel like brutal dating app tells you exactly how hot you are, which is subjective. Um, I wonder what standard they're basing that off of. Hmm. Best dating apps, 30 dating apps, best dating apps, 20 best dating apps. I tried 5 different dating apps for a month. I spent a month trying 5 different dating apps. Here's how they ranked. Child. They got Tinder as number one. And then Bumble is number two. That is, I'm just gonna. Okay, as with everything, it all depends on, there are a list of things that your experience is based upon, right? And when it comes to something so subjective as dating, like, oh my gosh, there are people for everyone because there are so many different types of people, both physically, what it is they are looking for, they are attracted to. So we have to keep in mind that this is the based on preferences, based on comfortability, based on so many, what the wider culture standard of beauty is. There's so much that can determine whether how you have what experience you have, and how that translates into best or worst. Okay. Okay, so there's nothing that I can see right now. Dating apps, is it worth paying a premium to find love? No. Straight up, no. Straight up, I'm gonna tell you no. And y'all know I wrote a book, 15 Steps to Find and Love a Woman's Journey. The idea of love, we can that's a whole topic in itself, finding love and then paying for that. That is though that is a topic in itself. 11 ways to tell if someone has a dating profile. Okay. How to choose the best dating app for you. 6 things to look out for when online dating. Okay, I'll choose this one because this seems, based on the title, that it's aligned with what I am going to be talking about. Okay, so this is from a uh, website called One Love. And remember, these articles are from individuals, more than likely writers, who share personal experiences or experiences from people that they've interviewed or talked to. Um, and so they're very anecdotal, but there's something. I mean, it's always good to kind of like have something like a base. More beer. Hey, wisdom over feelings. What's up? Oh, y'all left. Y'all came and left. It's saying that I have zero. What's up? If you're still in here, thank you, more beer. If you're still in here, put it in the chat. Um, because it's showing that it's zero people in here. I don't know why. Maybe y'all came to show some love and then left. If you're still here, show me some love. And I'm curious to hear. Okay, the two came up. That you see, every time listen. Thank you, more beer. Every time I call YouTube out on YouTube, they fix it. But before I call them out, they don't. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Okay, so more beer. I'm getting ready to share my screen. Please, I will. If you've ever been um on a dating app, YouTube wisdom, if you've ever been on a dating app, put your I need y'all. This is the time to express yourselves. Yays, nays, I agrees, I disagree. Girl, let me tell you, this is the time. I know wisdom. I be seeing you on Instagram though. All right, let's see. I'm gonna share my screen. Okay. All right. So this individual, the person who created this article, this author, um, written by Writers Corpse member, okay, Cara McClare. I don't know, McClare. Listen, she wrote this article and we're going to see if we're on the same page, and then I'm going to tell you where the real deal, okay? I'm going to tell you the real deal. 24 hours of apps, dating apps, this particular one, and then I've also been on other dating apps throughout the year that I keep deleting. I'm trying to tell y'all, I what do you call it, like I go to the app store, download it, and then get rid of it and then try to find another one. And that process has been going on for about a year now, maybe a little bit more, because of the experiences. Let me know if you agree. They barely fill out their profile. Oh my God, this is one of the things I'm going to talk about. They barely fill out their profile. So I'm not going to read that. I'm going to hide it. I'm going to hide it. And then we're going to read it and see. So what I've discovered, and what this person has probably also discovered, is that most males, and this is coming from the female perspective. Remember, this channel is through the female perspective, okay? Um and what I've noticed is I was on both sides because y'all know how I identify. So I tried to give it a chance with the women. Dead in the water. It's just all the femmes went butches and all the butches went femmes. And there's no room for the in-betweeners. But um for on the straight side, there is an issue. There's a big issue. There's a big disconnect. The women pouring their hearts out on the platforms, or being straight up saying, this is what I'm looking for. Um, if you a daddy, if you want me to be treating you like a daddy, if you want me to turn off the very thing. Okay, so women are told that we are very emotional, right? We are supposed to accept that somehow we act irrational because we base a lot of our thoughts and decision making off of emotion. And men are more logical, right? So they say. So you're going to reach out to a woman who the consensus is that, we're emotional beings and we don't think logically. You're going to reach out and then ask that person to ignore whether or not you're married, if you're married or have a girlfriend. You want us to ignore that. Or let's just say you're not in a relationship at all, but you want us to then have intercourse with you for free, for free, and not get attached and not be attached. You're telling somebody who society says, and scientists have tried to prove that is connected, deeply connected to her emotions. Can't separate them. You want her to separate them. And then expect her not to ask for compensation. I'm just saying. Okay? I'm just saying. But anyway, so the women are pouring their hearts out, or they're being brutally honest about what it is they want and will give you. I want money. I will give you in exchange for that money whatever you need from me. That is what the women are saying. And then, and then when you get to the male side, when you look at the males who are reaching out, Chief Peter Nola, I would love to hear your thoughts as we continue. But it's going to be hard for Chief because I feel like you're a different breed. But I'd love to hear your thoughts. Hey, Big O. Big O. I'm gonna throw you away. Big O says, I want money too. And there's a space for that as well. There's a space for you as a male to want money. I'm just saying, there's some sugar mamas there. Not ask for money. And so, okay. So so these men on there, and I've experienced this. Oh my God, y'all. I'm gonna read some of what I found. I'm gonna read if there are some on here. I deleted, and I'm mad that I deleted it. I deleted it because I just wanted to clear out that energy. But I wish I would have saved it for this live before I cleared out the energy. um but you have, these men, and they don't say hardly anything on their profiles, if they have anything on their profile at all. There's nothing on the profile. And when there is, very elusive type of situations, and the things that they do, the things that they have on there, or what they're looking for, you come to find out that it was it was a ploy. It was not real. It was, you know, a way to hook you in to the conversation. That's what I discovered personally. I'm don't pay attention to Big O. He does not want a sugar mama. Okay, he better not want a sugar. Is it possible to be a sugar baby without giving away the sugar? No wisdom over feelings. I mean, you used to be wisdom over feelings. No wisdom review. No, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because if you are being a sugar baby, right? That means you're receiving something. There's an exchange. There's a transaction. And so the question is, in exchange for your time or in exchange for the money that you want, right? The monetary gain you're going to get out of it. What gain would the person get out of being with you? And if you say, "Oh, he's going to spend time with me, where I'm going to make him feel good about himself." Then you have to ask yourself, can they get that for free? It's like any other business. Can they get those services for free? And if you end up with the answer of yes, they can get those services for free, then you get what I'm saying? And I think that's why it's fair game for anybody, but particularly women, because I hear, there's always some discrepancy about whether or not women should um get compensated for you know what because they're supposed to be enjoying it as well. But so you have these lackluster profiles. You have these profiles that are misleading. And then you have the conversation. And then you have the conversation, y'all. And the conversation goes like this. I wish I would have said, oh my God, I wish I would have had it direct. The conversation goes like this. Hello. Hey. Um, you're so beautiful. And I just want you, I'm gonna leave to the imagination. What role, what person you think is doing the chatting? This is a heterosexual male female conversation. We're just gonna call it that, or a conversation between a male and a female on a dating app. You're beautiful. You're so beautiful. Oh, thank you. So tell me about yourself. Uh, Rivera, stop. Y'all gonna make me die. You're beautiful. Oh, thank you. So tell me about just a little bit about yourself. I like sexy girls. Oh, you like sexy girls? Well, your profile says that you're 40. Do you mean girls or women? You're beautiful. This is the response to the question. You're beautiful. Thank you. Where do you live? Uh, let's say Delaware. Delaware. How about you? Oh, I'm in New York. Okay. How can you get to me? How can I get to you? What do you mean? I want to see you. Can we do video chat? A video chat? What are we gonna be videoing? I want to see your pretty face. On your profile, you sexy. Okay. And so I'm putting on this accent because I feel like I'm just blending all of the all of the conversations, and there'll be like multiple races, cultures, language bearing bearers. Anyway, so and then sometimes it's just pure misspelling. Okay. Video chat is necessary. Ugh. Okay, so I'm going to continue. You tell me if video chat is truly okay. I'm gonna say yes and no. Yes and no. And that is why I'm about to do a pitch. Please, please, y'all. I am also a dating coach. I'm also a dating coach. And I, these encounters are why. So I would have to agree with more beard. Video chats are necessary because you don't want to end up meeting this person, oh God forbid, or giving this person personal information before finding out they're cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs or just sick. But also, I say no because if you recognize those red flags before the video chat, there's no need to do the video chat because you're only going to end up being violated. Your eyes are going to be violated in some way. You're going to see something you did not ask to see, or you're going to be asked to show something that you know you're not going to show, but is just way out of line. So I say don't even entertain those conversations. And if for whatever reason you choose to entertain those conversations, like me, because I'm just that kind of person, and I'll use the excuse that it was for research. Okay, um, do not video chat with them. Do not video chat with them. You unless you are amused at kind of like making them squirm. But anyway, um, so there's a back and forth that feels awkward. There's a back and forth that feels awkward. Something doesn't seem genuine about the questions that are being asked. They're not questions like, are you single, are you in a are you in a relationship, what are some of your long-term goals, what do you what kind of work do you do, what are some of your political views, what are your religious views. These are, I wouldn't say these are y'all. These are substantive questions. Midway. Midway. Um, because they're getting into more personal questions in depth about individual's character or cultural understanding of the world around them. But if the only conversation that is being surrounded, the conversation is surrounding is, what do you look like? What do how tall are you? Okay. How tall are you? Might can go back and forth. What do you taste like? What do you taste like? What do you mean what I taste like? What? um and just these types of questions, these very superficial types of questions, you want to stay away from them. Yes, more beer. You want to video chat when you build a rapport. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Um I would put up my website. It's probably somewhere on another channel, but I had to take it down because I had to make some adjustments. Do not come up here. Do not jump up here. I had to make some adjustments. But it'll be back up, and then I'll be promoting it again. Um now laters and lemonade. What are you talking about, more beer? So so that is what the conversations look like, feel like. Very, oh, and they're very cheap. They don't want to pay for the interaction or the transaction that should be taking place, but they want you to be okay with, oh, I'm just here for casual conversation. I'm just here for casual um meetings, if you will. Casual meetings. I'm not looking for anything serious. And I just want y'all to process that. We have robots now who cater to those types of people. We have the traditional blow up doll who caters to those um, individuals. We have women who have made it their job to satisfy these individuals. And somehow they find their way onto these apps and solicit individuals who are looking for anything but those encounters. So I guess I don't know. I don't know. You guys, you maybe talk to me about, am I missing something here? Yes. Yes. That was the question. That was one of the questions I received personally. Reminding you of your physical attributes. I don't need you to tell me that about my physical attributes. I know they exist. Thank you. All right, so let's see what this article is saying. Let's see if they're on point. Um, an online profile creates a quick and easy place. Okay, while judgment can be an unfortunate result of the quick swipe left or swipe right decision, try to look at what they are choosing to highlight. Um, are they showing off that they can rock a keg stand, or that they traveled to Fiji and swam with stingrays? I'm not saying you should write someone off completely if their profile isn't exactly well rounded, but you can use their profile as a tool to determine if you have anything in common or if something beyond their looks intrigues you. Hmm. Um, I thought this paragraph was going to be a little bit more in depth about they barely fill out their profile. I would like to see, if you're looking for something, there are some people who do put that they're looking for a specific thing, whether you like it or not. Um, but that also means look for people who are interested in what it is that you have on your profile. Don't put on your profile, I'm looking for a one night stand, and then reach out to people who clearly state that they're looking for a relationship or long term or serious, whatever. They use raunchy pickup lines. Okay, number two. Um, this is for all platforms. They mentioned Tinder. Um, this is true. If you look at Tinder, Tinder Nightmares, I guess that's an article or something, or maybe, I don't know, whatever it is. You'll entertain yourself for hours reading through many people's failed attempts to grab someone's attention with a raunchy or peculiar pickup line. This is exactly what I was talking about, you guys. Although this is entertaining for us, it's not as entertaining if you're the one receiving the uncomfortable and violating messages. And so I said that in the beginning of this live is not just for women. This is in the perspective of a woman, but this live is for men as well. The reason I say this live is for men as well is because I need you to take a hint. Read this. Read this. Okay? It's violating. It feels violating. It feels uncomfortable to receive the comments and the you know messages and the pictures. It's violating. I'm gonna repeat that. It's violating. Okay? It makes a person feel something that they didn't come on there to feel. Stop. Stop it. How someone initiates a conversation with you will say a lot about how they view you as a person and how they might treat you as a partner. Listen, y'all, I say this in my book. This exact line is created in my own words, but it shares the same sentiments. Pay attention to, but I say this about the people in a person's life. How they treat other people around them is how they treat you. Right? In my book, 15 Steps to Finding Love, A Woman's Journey. Purchase it on Amazon. When my website goes back up, you can purchase it on my website. If they are commenting inappropriately to you, you better darn believe that they don't respect you. They don't. They don't respect you. When I witnessed that, I either, went on this like little um little rant. I went on a rant to try and kind of make them feel guilty. Um but they're just going to go to somebody else and harass them. Or I just deleted the thread and blocked that person. Let's take a look at the comments. More Beer says, what? OMG, unfortunately, inappropriate behavior is to be expected in the virtual world. Yes, but why? Yes, more beer, but why? Why do you think it's expected, almost accepted in that on those platforms? Is it the same way like the rest of social media where people's identities are being, there's no, you can pretend to be whoever it is you want to be. You can pretend to think how you want to, pretend to, I don't know. I guess the autonomy of it, not having to be exposed for those thoughts. And there's no real consequences. Thank you. Yes. Yes. I 100% agree with that. All right. So you may get your fair share of cheesy pickup lines. Okay, okay, okay. Let's see number 3. They are controlling. Nah. No, nobody was controlling me. Okay, I'm gonna share my experience on that. Nobody was controlling me. But there were people who I was talking to. Oh my God, y'all. I was talking to this one individual in particular. And y'all know I ask all the questions, all the juicy questions that make them uncomfortable because they're getting ready to be exposed, or they're gonna be exhausted from having to keep on lying. Or it seems too hard to get what it is they want. So I ask questions, period, period, period. And I forgot, and I usually ask this question all the way in the beginning, but somehow it slipped through, and I didn't ask this question until already wasting an entire day going back and forth with this person. And sure enough, something just told me, I don't think, like, I just said in my mind, I don't think I asked them this already. Let me ask this question. And I asked if they were in a relationship, and the answer was yes. They were in a relationship. You had this whole conversation showing me all of these personal pictures that would be constituted as cheating. Um, Doing heart emojis, all this stuff. Gaslighting, you guys. And then you're in a relationship and you felt comfortable. You felt comfortable that I was going to be okay with that. Think about that, y'all. Which brings me to my next point. If I don't know what point I'm on, I don't know. But it brings me to my next point, and that is, make sure you're not dating someone who sees you as an object. And I say this specifically to plus size women, to women of color, melanated women of African descent or Native American descent who are dark skinned. I say this to you. If you are a certain complexion, or have a certain phenotype, certain, you're curvaceous, people are going to look at you as an object. These types of men are going to look at you as an object. And honestly, I believe that, very thin women also get this same type of predatory exchange. But be very leery, be very careful because they see you as an object. They see you as a means to an end. And that end is very selfish. It's a very selfish end. And they will manipulate and do what they can because like Morbeer said, there are no consequences. If they get caught, they just move on to the next person. There are features on the apps where you can kind of report it, but not really. And then you have to disclose some personal information in order to report them. So, all right, let's see. We're moving on down. Moving on down. All right. And they say your first few conversations with someone new should be easygoing. Nah, scratch that. Um, because I believe the more loosened you become, you loosen up your guard, and that's how people can manipulate you or get you to participate in things that you might not necessarily be comfortable in, or um, they withhold information. So if they can break that, if they can get through the wall of that line of fire of questioning, then ease up. Then they, because I am who I am, because I do what I do, I would say, no matter what they tell you, find a way to verify it. No matter what they tell you, find a way to verify it. If they tell you they're not on any other social media platforms, 9 times out of 10, they're sneaky as fuck. Period. Okay? They're being sneaky. Or they're living a lifestyle that they don't want to expose. You feel courageous enough and vulnerable enough to get on this app, but you don't have a Facebook account? Why not? Or that you don't have an Instagram account? Why not? Because I know you probably watch Instagram. You don't have a YouTube account? Why not? You gotta ask yourself, you gotta ask them these questions. And they will ask you for your WhatsApp. Can anybody put in the chat why they keep trying to get a WhatsApp? I don't have WhatsApp. Thank you, Jesus. But I'm curious to know, because I know WhatsApp, your phone number is connected to your WhatsApp. So if they get your WhatsApp, don't they get your phone number? I don't know. Somebody explain it to me in the chat, please. What you think the whole what is your I get that a lot. What is my WhatsApp? All right, let's see. Do they have another one in here? Okay. They are demanding. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, let's read this one. First dates with someone you've met online are basically blind dates. That's true. You don't really know if this person is who they say they are until you've met in person. False. You can find out who a person is before meeting them in person. That's why it's the power of the internet if you know how to use it. I do have a course coming up to teach women how to use the internet and social media to find out more about an individual before going on that so-called blind date. It's okay to not have met them in person, but you should not be going in blindsided. Okay. Um, This is why having a date in a public place not only keeps you safe, but gives you an out in case you aren't really feeling it. First impressions can be revealing. You can really get to know a lot about someone on a first date, and it's actually possible to detect some red flags for unhealthy behaviors, even in the very beginning. One example is if they are making demands early on, maybe to meet or hang out at their place rather than go out somewhere together. Didn't I just say that? Didn't I give y'all that example? This individual asking me if I'm gonna go visit them. No, no. Or asking you what your address is or what location you live in that particular city or town. No. What's my address? You don't need to know that information. Why do you need that information for us to meet each other? They don't. It's so they can stalk you. Just saying. All right, let's see. No request. Creeps. More beer. Okay, so more beer. Have you been on dating apps? People try to keep their dating life and family life separated. Because people be all in your business if you give them access to your IG. Okay. Okay. So they be in your business if you give them access to your Facebook or IG. Luckily, my IG is only for my business. So what would be the purpose of them getting the WhatsApp? What is the WhatsApp for? Why? Because can't they can see your phone number, can't they? I don't know. I don't know this stuff, y'all. Some things I just don't know. All right, we're moving right along. I think we got like 20 minutes left. Or less, sorry. um so I'm just going to read a little bit more of this, and then I'm going to open up the line if anybody is wants to come up. Signal for help. Okay. You don't got listen. You don't necessarily have to signal for help if you have what you're supposed to have before you go onto the date. If you know what I mean, it's called self-defense for a reason. Most importantly, your safety is the number one priority. Always meet in a public place for the first couple of dates. Listen, I was reading for my research. I was reading an experience that a woman had. She was, I guess, dating them online or over the phone. I don't know. But they hadn't met for 6 months. 6 months. I mean, think about that, y'all. That's almost a year. That's a half of a year. Um, and she hadn't met this person, but was corresponding with them, getting to know them for 6 months. And then when she did meet them, um, she said that the person attempted or did, they succeeded in putting something in her drink. And if it were not for her going into uh, being in a public space, but also, I guess, having access to friends and family, like, having access to friends and family, things would have been really bad. And one thing she said is she ran into the bathroom, and I'm thinking to myself, well, depending on the place, it don't matter if it's day, what time of day, depending on certain places, restaurants, or wherever you guys met, a bathroom can be a setup for disaster as well. You get my drift? You get what I'm saying? So it's all, and I don't, that's why I don't drink. I don't drink anything. I haven't been on any like one-on-one dates, only online, but I don't drink anything that's not bottled anyway, simply because of this. Because it does happen and it's very scary. So if you don't feel comfortable with that person online, you're not going to feel comfortable with them in person. So don't even go on the date. If they're saying some suspicious stuff online, don't do it. But here's what I do want to say. Okay? So signal for help, yes, but also be prepared. Don't wait until the situation occurs to have to respond. Okay? So another way to stay safe is to tell a friend, multiple friends. Yes, how you build your. That's why in my book I talk about building your circle of support. I think this article was pretty good. This article was pretty good. Relationships. Okay, teach. What is this? Take action. Yeah, they trying to, you know how this gonna be how my page is. Um, Offering articles to really kind of promote my courses. But anyway, remember, it you don't have to meet that person. No matter how much you like them. There will be plenty of people who are attracted to you and you're attracted to them. One thing I do like about the dating apps is that if you are a person who hasn't had a lot of experience dating, this is second best to going on a speed date. This is second best to going on speed dates. Probably in some cases better because you have access to multiple and many, not even just many. You have access to many individuals, so that you can build up the how to respond to those toxic behaviors, how to recognize those toxic behaviors, how to know what is toxic behavior to you, what it is you want, what you don't want, creating those boundaries. You get all of that practice without ever meeting the person, without ever seeing them, without ever having to exchange personal information like your phone number or your address, without ever going into a space where you might frequent. You might suggest them going to a place, y'all might meet up at a place, a location that you've been to before. And so now they have a little bit of information about your whereabouts, the possible places you could go. And so dating online helps with this, with the protection aspect. Um and it also helps with gaining the experience needed to know when somebody is trying to trick you, gaslight you, trying to manipulate you. um And if the person is patient, you can also do a lot of research, finding out their real names. And if that real name doesn't lead anywhere, it might not be their real name. I'm just saying. See, they need to learn to get 3 different pages like you. More beer! Don't do that. Girl, I got like 4. I ain't just saying. I'm just saying. Okay. So I hope you learned. I hope this helped you in some way, both male and female. Shout out to More Beer. I'm going to open up the panel. More Beer, you're probably the only one coming up. But it's okay because we're going to keep doing these Mondays. I got to remind myself that it's Mondays. um Let me see. Invite. Okay. And there we are. We are probably about 10 minutes to wrap up. It doesn't necessarily have to be 10 minutes. I just feel like more than an hour would probably be too much. The line is open for anyone who wants to come up for if you catch this on a replay and you have an opinion about anything that I've said, share your opinion, please. I would love to hear your thoughts. Men, y'all can try all day if y'all want to mansplain my experience or the experiences shared today. But that's not gonna heal whatever wounds that you have. Okay. And this is to a very special group of males. This is not to all males, but it's not going to help you in your journey. Okay, so please move on with your life. The lines are open. The lines are open. Come on up. We got 10 minutes left of this live. The lines are open. Let me stop sharing this. What y'all want me to look up? I'm gonna see if I can find something for y'all. Hold on, because see, if I watch another YouTube channel, I don't know if they're gonna set me up. YouTube has been, woo. But let me stop sharing real quick. I wanna play. That's why it's so important to support y'all channel holders, because there's some things that I can guarantee you most channel holders be wanting to show, but they can't because they'll get demonetized for whatever it is in the content. Let me see. Maybe if I go to YouTube, gone wrong. Oh, dating apps gone wrong. Oh, oh, when looking for love on dating apps turns dangerous. Y'all should check that out. It's an NBC. I can't play it. More beer. What's up, mamas?
Hey, hey, on top of the Tuesday.
Okay. Oh, you know what? I said Monday today. It is Tuesday because yesterday was a holiday. Um,
And happy freedom.
right. So I don't know when I'm gonna go live then because it seems like Tuesday is working better than Monday. But before you speak, I just want to say for anybody who's watching, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Please, I need it. Okay? I need views. I need participation. And what else I need? More beer.
Participation and subscribe to the other channel.
Oh, thank you. And subscribe to Ms. Lady Connect. Please. Please subscribe to Miss Lady Connect. Go over there. All you gotta do is type in Ms. Lady Connect in your search engine and I pop right up. If
See,
you are single and you want to go on dates, that's going to be the platform. If you are single and you want to have fun date nights and game nights with other singles, that's going to be the platform.
it should be fun. It should be fun. I'm gonna have to sign up, I
Please.
suppose.
I want to
Hmm.
do an LGBT one, but well, when I say LGBT, I'm going to be brutally honest. I really just mean the ladies.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, oh, right. I mean, yeah, I guess whatever. We can skip over that, but yes, that's fine. But I wanted to kind of. That's why I came up, because I wanted to talk about kind of the differences. Hearing the, I guess the diversity when dealing with, I guess a heterosexual situation, the dangers, and I can't say it's different, but it is kind of different, like being safe and all of that. I think the biggest, I don't know, what's the, and yes, let me just answer. Yes, I have been on an online dating site before, and I don't know.
How long were you subscribed or not subscribed? How long did you have the app downloaded and was actively communicating with the people on the app?
So I wouldn't say it's active because, see, you did speak on like it's a whole look thing. You got to have this certain look, and I can't say that I'm not guilty of that, wanting a certain look before I, click that I like them or however, the page might work. Um, and that's the rough part. That's the rough part about these sites is that you have to match with a person. They have to like you and you have to like them in order for you to even start a conversation, which I think is the better part about speed dating. You mentioned, you know, it's you have an opportunity to speak with everybody. You can kind of use your charms and fill in those blanks that profiles don't necessarily, you may not feel comfortable to mention.
That brings up a good point. I didn't think about that. Writing about yourself might be easy for a extrovert, but
Mhm.
maybe not necessarily for somebody who is introverted or is working on self-esteem.
Mhm.
So seeing that a person on an app not have a profile may not necessarily mean that they're being secretive or elusive. They might just not know how to create one.
That's first. That's the first thing. They may feel like nobody reads these things anyways. They may not know how to be brief, you know. It could be very many things, probably. But what I try to stay away from, or where it's kind of a red flag for me when on these sites, is that when the person won't show their face, you know, because they could be shy, they could be an introvert, they may not want to put their stuff out there, or it may be something more nefarious, you know. So that would raise a flag for me. Um, where we were talking about video chatting, where we've built this rapport, kind of going back and forth for a good week or so, having good dialogue, but every time it's time to do that video chat, they won't do it. They're very busy. They're, oh, I'm coming in the house now, or you know what I mean? I don't want to have to keep ragging on you like, well, let me, just say hello.
Right. And it's so what's interesting? When I it's so easy, I'm so comfortable when I'm when I'm talking to men versus women.
Hmm.
It's so easy because I can shut them down with no problem. There's no like I don't feel anything like
Uh
worried
oh.
about anything when I'm talking to men on any dating app. But
Okay.
when I go over and I start mingling with the females on different dating apps, I'm super self-conscious about how I come off.
Hmm.
Am I being too do I appear to be too masculine, or am I, not masculine enough, or are they going to be attracted to me because of my height? Like it's so
What, like on
much.
the female side, you mean?
Yes.
Mm.
I'm curious to know. I would love to get the thoughts of women who exclusively date other women, how that experience is. Um
And
where
I would like
you
to hear I'm sorry, go ahead.
Nope, go ahead. You're fine.
Oh, well, I was going to just add to that and say, and it's equally, uh, I'm equally interested in hearing the, I guess, girl on guy experience, because that kind of makes me aware of how I interact on the other side, It's weird because I don't ever get the, oh, where you live at, what you got on type of,
No, you don't get that from nope, 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 nope. I
yeah,
agree with you.
that's not something I would get.
I feel like women are more respectful in terms of privacy, like they get it. And so most of the conversations are very they kind of get stuck. You get stuck with.
Oh, you can get ghosted real fast too.
Yeah.
Like,
You get stuck. You can kind of, everybody's cautious on the women's side. Everybody's cautious. Everybody's
hmm,
ready to just turn you off right away.
yeah.
Whereas male and female interactions, the male is very pursuant on meeting you, and the female is very pursuant on getting paid.
On the online sites with
On
the
Well,
male
maybe
and
yes, on the
female.
apps. So
Yeah.
you know what we can
Well,
do? Next time we come on, I am going to attempt to get on a dating app
ooh,
live.
and go through. Ooh, girl, that'll be fun. Now, see, that's entertainment. Who's in here? Big O, Wisdom.
Big O left. I think, well, most
Oh,
people left. That's okay.
maybe they'll
Um,
revisit.
yeah, we're gonna I'm gonna put it on the what do you call it, the post. I'm gonna make a post about it to give you guys a heads up. But it will be on Monday or Tuesday, whichever day. Let me see, whichever day my kids, every day the children are home. I mean, are in school and
Now
daycare is
that
back to
would be fun. That would be funny, just to go through and but are we allowed to do that and show like
So that's what I'm
profiles?
going to find out. I'm going to spend the rest of the week doing the research to find out if I can live stream it, or like how, what I got to do to be able to do it, cuz I might not be able to show it, but we can definitely go through it. I can
Maybe
get
you could get some
online and
screenshots. Maybe you can
right,
get some screenshots and block some stuff out, and just have some examples
correct.
of.
Here's one thing I did notice about, I was on, what app is it? Oh my gosh. Badu. I was on Badu app and they do not allow you to take screenshots.
Oh, that's true too. That's true too. I think the other two that you mentioned, or that was in the article, they may allow
Okay.
that. So,
So I'm going to do the research. I'm going to look it up and we're going to get this popping. Um
because I'm actively online now
okay.
on a site, and I have matched with a couple of people and I am conversing with them. So, maybe I can have some feedback there. And I want other people to come up. I only come up because I want you to have some dialogue there. You know what I
Thank
mean?
you.
I don't want to, I'm not trying to bombard. I just want to give you some dialogue to add.
I
So,
love when you come up. We're very, you know who else I'm gonna contact? Ivy.
yes. Well, I know you know where Ivy is, but yes, yes. Jeez.
So I'm gonna reach out to Ivy, and hopefully, um, wisdom, she comes through, and we're going to test this thing out. We're going to test this out, y'all. Maybe y'all, we can all share our screens when it's our turn and see how we interact with seeing profiles, and maybe getting to know these people, or maybe I'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But
Yeah.
our next live will be um
Next week,
next week, getting
early
on
in the
that
week.
dating app.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't know if I'll be able to share because I'll be at work, probably,
Okay.
but I will be able to discuss or be in the chat and,
What?
you know,
Wait. Then let's do this on Friday. I'm gonna do it on Friday. Friday night.
okay. See, that makes more
Cause
sense.
I need you up here. Okay.
Okay. All right. Very well. And make sure I get everything working. But yeah, that'll be fun. Friday night. That's a bet. Okay.
And I go live every Friday, if not every other Friday. I'm trying to, get in the swing of things again. It's very difficult.
Yeah. Yeah. But we'll do it. We'll do it. It'll be done.
All
So
right.
I appreciate you having me.
Well, thank
And
you, Morpheus, for coming up. I feel like this was wonderful. Um, did you get anything out of it? Was it informative for you at all?
it was informative. It opened up um, thought for me, about, just the diversity within this, the dating community and the different possibilities of outside, online, what's best for what you're looking for, and what
Mm-hmm.
to expect, probably what to expect. I'm a
Okay.
data person, or I'm trying to be a data person. So, like the percentage of what's trending uh, within these certain spaces. So, that part is boring. But yes, interesting nonetheless. Yes, ma'am.
All righty now. Well, like I said, thank you for coming up. You know you are a part of this family forever, even when
Okay.
you're busy and not here.
Period. Period. Yes. Oh, yes. And the spirit of more is here with you, even when I'm not. So,
Yes. Oh, so Friday. Make sure you have your glass, your bottle, your whatever it is that you drink out of.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Hmm.
All
All
right.
right, loves. All right, loves. I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
All right. All right. Drop it down.
All right. So there it is, you guys. Another live done. I hope you got something out of it. If not, I just hope you had some fun, some entertainment. And I hope to see you guys next live. If you don't make it to that one, always catch the replay. Um, Make sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel. Please subscribe to my other channel, Miss Lady Connect. Hit the notification so that you can make it to these lives and be a part of the conversation. We get crazy sometimes, and sometimes we get deep. Who knows? But I always like to include my viewers and allow you to speak your mind. And we all move from a place of love. So till next time, have a wonderful day, and I will see you later.